only one of them who goes to Hollywood. So please welcome the director of Roadshow, now playing at the Eureka Theater, John Fisher. Hi, John.
Hey, Jan.
This is an amazing story. Wilson Meisner has been famous for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then both of them started in Benicia, right? Wilson
Yeah.
and Addison Meisner. And they started in Benicia, and they go to the gold rush in Alaska.
That's right. They go to the gold rush, and then they go to New York, and they go to Florida for the land boom, and they were scamming the whole way. It was like the Sting. It was like Robert Redford and Paul Newman. They were up to stuff the whole time. And they really, in a way, created the Florida land boom, and also were responsible for all the money that was lost. So in a way, it's a modern story.
Sure.
Right.
Right, real estate ripoffs,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
And then Wilson gets very famous in Hollywood.
Wilson went to Hollywood. He created the Brown Derby, which became the center of the meetings in the 20s and 30s, and he died face first in a cocktail at the Brown Derby. So he had a very romantic ending.
Yet they were really kind of bad guys. I mean, in that, well, Wilson was extremely kind of a bad guy.
Yeah.
In that one of his first mentors was Soapy Smith in Skagway during the gold rush. I mean, that'd be like having Al Capone as your mentor.
Yes, very well put. He didn't find the gold in Alaska to be where the money was at. He found it in the saloon where you can scam the people who dug up the gold.
But he mined the miners.
You mind the miners.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and do it yourself. You can just take it off the people when they come into the poker play.
So the show divides the two of them or keeps them together?
It's really about the relationship between the brothers and how naughty brothers are attracted to good brothers and vice versa. So it's both of them the whole time. It's very equal. It's a show about siblings.
It's about siblings and about how, and it's great because you have, in the show, you have a lot of sepia-tone photographs of what was going on, so there are these great visuals. Now, how did Sondheim get involved?
Sondheim has always been interested in this story. He always wanted to tell it. And after doing Sweeney Todd and so many musicals for children, he wanted to tell
For children?
Sweeney Todd. Woods?
Yeah, well, in the woods, okay,
yeah,
into the woods, yeah.
So he just wanted to tell a fun story. He wanted to get back to basics of musical theater and tell something tuneful and fun. The melodies are incredible. It's one of his best scores ever.
And it is a fun story. I mean, it really is, because you've got Addison, who's an actually legitimate architect.
He's one of the first great American architects, and he studied right here in San Francisco with Willis Polk, and then took his architecture to Florida. It's beautiful residential architecture. And then you have Wilson, who was one of the great American scammers.
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
There's art in that.
Absolutely, and he was famous for saying a lot of interesting things, like Oscar Wilde's famous for these wonderful expressions, like Wilson Meisner was famous for, you better be nice to the people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet them on the way down.
Yes, he had a sense of the flow of life.
Right.
And he published every Christmas time collection of quips. He was famous for his quips.
Yes. I wish I could tell you more of them, but some of them are a bit nasty.
They get a little scatological and naughty.
Yes. Well, people should see this. I'm not kidding, folks. This is exciting that it's here in San Francisco. It's only till January 19th. It's at the Eureka Theater, part of the Rhinoceros Theater group. And this is how you can get tickets. The Eureka Theater on Jackson Street, a great place to see a show. And just go into www.therhino.org. That's for the Theater Rhinoceros. And John Fisher, I am so happy that we have you in San Francisco, always bringing us something amazing.
Oh, Jan, thank you. The feeling's mutual. Your coverage is brilliant.
Thank you, honey. The Meisner brothers, my new role models. We'll be back after this.